Would anyone care to tell me how a soul escaped? The rivers are not crossable. So where did this one come from? Elysium? Asphodel? Don't tell me a harmless little thing like that slipped out of Tartarus. I know you are all trapped here along with me, but would it really be that much of a pain to do your jobs? Maybe I should just feed you all to my dog. I assure you it would be a quick death given he has 3 jaws to rip your idiotic brains out of your idiotic skulls. Will someone answer me? Does no one truly know where this soul came from? Fine, I'll ask them myself. You, quit cooing at my dog. Look at me. Where did you come from? What? Is that the name of your village? This is no time to be smart. Where are you supposed to be? Obviously not here. Not in my throne room. Where should I return you to before I decide to feed you to my dog? Wait a moment. Come closer. I've never seen Severus wag his tail at anyone before. Besides me, of course. He recognizes you. When he's not here with me, he's guarding the entrance to my realm. Tell me, have you seen him before? And have you been feeding him? He's been packing on weight lately. Even though I'm the only one who is allowed to feed him, no one here would dare go against my direct orders, save for someone who never received them. Quiet, let me piece this together, and then you can tell me if I'm wrong. You stumbled across a cave of sorts, and being a mortal, and so detrimentally curious, you ventured inside, and inside you found a vicious beast, a 3-headed dog, one meant to tear people apart on sight, and offered him a snack, more than one, it looks like, and eventually you followed him deeper into the cave. Now you're here. Does that sound right? I may have to get a new guard dog if that's all it takes to disarm him. I can have mortals just wandering in and out of the underworld as they wish. While you are evidently very foolish, you seem to be a young, gentle soul. So I will let you return to the overworld, on the condition that you do not feed my dog anymore. You're lucky to have caught me in a generous mood. I better not see you around here again. Understood? Go, now. Stay, Severus. Why do you hesitate, mortal? Do you wish to be truly dead? My realm is not a tourist attraction. I do not care how curious you are. I do not care that this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You will be dead soon enough, and you will have the rest of eternity to spend here. Don't waste your breath thanking me. If you truly want to show your gratitude, you should leave. What is that? Are those flowers? Why have you brought them here? I don't want your silly little flowers. If I take them, will you leave? Bring them here then. Thank you. Cerberus can walk you back. Go on now. No, I don't wish to talk to my brother. He can include it in his next damn letter if it's so important. I'm not going to leave the underworld unattended and venture all the way up his stupid mountain just for him to ask me to resurrect one of his demigod bastards. The judges will have my head for that. And soon enough, Zeus will be asking me to resurrect every other one of his bastards and their mothers. If he really cared, he'd do more to keep his wife from killing them. Besides, every time I visit Olympus, rumors begins to circulate that I'm vying for the throne. And there is nothing I want less than more responsibility. I may not be happy here, but at least the dead are complacent. Great, now that we've cleared that up, what other grievances do you have for me? Actually, on second thought, I'd like one of you to tell me where my dog is. His watch was over an hour ago and he's never been late. Open the door. Ah, why am I not surprised to see you here again, mortal? And with my own hound, no less. Either you're brave or utterly stupid. Possibly both. And shame on you, Cerberus, for being so easily persuaded to allow trespassers. Why are you here this time, You cannot claim curiosity again. Perhaps you do have a death wish. More flowers? Well, yes, they wilted, but I don't understand why you have ventured all the way here and interrupted my day to bring me some measly flowers that are going to wilt just like the last ones. It's a rather fruitless endeavor, is it not? No, flowers grow down here, and I don't need them to, but I suppose I appreciate the gesture. I'm even more glad for the interruption. I'm quite done for today. Servants, you all can take your more pressing matters to Thanatos. Cerberus, come on, boy. Why don't we show the mortal where we put the last flowers? Yes, follow me. You really aren't frightened, are you? You act as if you deal with the gods on a regular basis, but it is exceedingly rare for a god to so much as answer the prayers of a mortal. And if me being a god doesn't scare you, doesn't it scare you that I am Lord of this realm? That all those beings in there will follow any order I give? You are strange, I must admit, but it is refreshing for one such as yourself to not cower in my presence. And Cerberus evidently likes you, and he is the greatest judge of all. Why was he late today, Belly rubs? I thought as much. I promise you, I give him plenty of attention, but I suppose after spending several hours on guard, he's desperate for it. Here we are. This is my study. The flowers are there on the windowsill. You can replace them, just leave the wilted ones behind the vase. They are quite beautiful. There's so little color down here. I suppose I should ask you your name, considering this is our second meeting and I doubt it will be our last. And what is it that you do? Do you live alone? Will anyone be worried that you've disappeared for a couple of hours? Good. I hate for the others to think I've started abducting or seducing mortals. My brothers are adept enough at that as it is. Would you like to rest a while? The terrain to get here is quite rough. Please sit. I'd offer you something to eat or drink, but that would be ill-advised. You haven't eaten anything since you've been here, right? Good. That's good. Be sure you don't, alright? Otherwise you won't be able to survive in the mortal realm. Having spent so much time here, I can only leave my realm for a few days at a time before I grow weak. I assume it is the same for my brothers in their respective realms. Though we have never talked about it, I keep away from the other gods as much as I can. At least the ones that do not already live here in my realm. Don't tell anyone you are here, alright? It is not a good idea to draw the attention of the gods. They may seem benevolent, and maybe their intentions are good at the start, but they are still jealous and flawed creatures. Yes, well, it would be wise to stay away from me too, but I suppose if I wanted you to stay away, then I would have made more of an effort to keep you out. I can't help my own curiosity. It's hard for me to comprehend why anyone would willingly return to this place. And you're, well, you're living. I can't recall the last time I spoke with a living being, a living mortal. Anyway, the dead are hard to converse with, either being actively tortured, wandering aimlessly, or blissfully unaware that they're even dead. And those that work for me, the creatures native to the underworld, are singularly minded, not exactly intellectual, stimulating. I'm curious as to what you find so fascinating about this place. I'd understand wanting to see the meadows and the fields, places made to be beautiful, fitting for souls judged worthy of a pleasant afterlife. But here where I reside, it is all gray, not necessarily dark, but not light either. Dreadfully boring, I dare say. Me? It's me you're curious about? I know I have cults here and there, worshippers who'd be happy to talk about me. Not as many as my siblings, but they wouldn't be hard to find. No, I suppose these worshippers wouldn't have met me. I've ignored their existence for a long time. I think it's better that humans and gods interact as little as possible. Besides, I'll see them all eventually. Well, ask me a question, then perhaps I'll satiate your curiosity, and you'll regain your wits, and then you'll realize it's foolish to be here. No one's ever asked me that before. I suppose it doesn't matter whether or not I like being the ruler of the underworld when I'm stuck with a job either way. But I do think about being the ruler of the heavens or the sea, and this seems far more preferable. I am allowed to hide away and no one questions it, and I don't have to stay on Olympus and risk being dragged into all the squabbles between my siblings. I guess that's a roundabout way of saying I don't mind it most days. It gets boring, is all, and some days I'm a little jealous. But a little less so when someone brings me a piece of their world. While no one is ever cruel to me, it is rare that they are kind. Yet another reason why you shouldn't be here. It's less about you being in my realm and more about you being near me. If my siblings learned about you, of the mortal who dared approach the Lord of the underworld, they would grow curious too. And the God's interest is so rarely a good thing. Still, you are not scared, or you are good at hiding it. You know, I could use someone as reckless as you. I cannot spend more than a few days outside my realm, and neither can anyone in my employment. There is a problem in the mortal realm I have been meaning to take care of, and I could use your help if you're willing. You have heard of the Minotaur on the island of Crete, correct? Many young men and women have been sacrificed to this creature. They have all died early deaths, far before their time, and this is an injustice that has troubled me for a while now. If I arm you with weapons from the underworld, would you be willing to venture into the maze that holds the Minotaur and slay him? I know some have tried, but they did not have the divine help that you will have. Slay the beast, and there will be nothing for King Minos to sacrifice the Athenians to. If I could have it my way, I would kill King Minos myself, but I cannot kill. If I did, I would not be able to stop. It is a rule I cannot break. I am supposed to be impartial. But you could slay the beast. I promise I will reward you handsomely. Ah, so you are capable of fear. Good. That means you are not entirely stupid. If you do not wish to do so, I cannot make you. I understand it is a daunting task to undergo. I thought so. You can't resist a challenge, can you? It is decided then. Rest now. When you are ready, we can find you some proper gear.